The last night bus hissed at the corner, doors opening into cold blue air, and everyone climbing inside looked tired in the same quiet way. I took a seat beside the window, watching the city slide backwards slowly. Liquor stores, closed diners, street lights trembling in puddles. Across from me, a young couple slept against each other, like the world had never heard them before. And for a moment I missed not you, but the person I used to be beside you. The driver kept on music playing softly, something sad from another decade. The kind of song that sounds like memory, even the first time you hear it. There are nights when moving forward feels less like courage and more like simple exhaustion from carrying the past too long. And the night was to somewhere else tonight. Felt like my whole life in motion, half empty, half lost, still trying to reach the morning. I lean my head against the shaking glass, while strangers disappeared at every stop, thinking maybe healing happens slowly, one leaving at a time. A woman near the back kept reading letters under flickering overhead lights, turning each page carefully, like it might still change the ending. Outside, laundromats glow through the darkness, tiny islands of fluorescent loneliness. And somewhere between two sleeping neighborhoods, I realized I hadn't said your name all night. Not because I forgot you, but because grief had finally softened into something quieter than pain. If you saw me now, you'd probably think I look older, not just in the face, but in the way I sit with silence still. I hope life has been gentle with you. I hope somebody notices the beautiful things I once noticed too. The night bus to somewhere else kept moving, past rivers, past warehouses, past windows glowing golden, distant apartments. And suddenly I understood, not every lonely road is tragic. Some are simply the distance between who we were and who we become after love. Near dawn, the bus grew almost empty, the sky fading slowly into gray. And somewhere inside the quiet hum of the engine, I felt my heart arrive somewhere new. they're afraid to wake the night. Your hand still fits inside of mine, even after all this time. We sway beneath the fading gold, like two hearts refusing to grow old. There's silver dust upon your dress and sadness hidden in your smile, like maybe both of us already know this is the last slow dance. No one speaks, the music says enough. Some endings arrive softly, like winter touching love. So hold me close tonight, like the world is disappearing. Let the orchestra and city lights blur into the dark. And if tomorrow changes everything, at least we had this moment, one last beautiful illusion, before goodbye became real. Outside the windows, taxis pass like fragments of another life. Inside this room, time moves differently, slow enough for memory. I can still smell your perfume, mixed with champagne and cigarette smoke. And suddenly I wanna stop the song before the silence comes. Maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe that's what made it beautiful. Two people dancing at the edge of something already leaving. And years from now, when someone asks what heartbreak felt like, I'll remember your head against my shoulder while the whole room disappeared. So hold me close tonight, while the band plays softer and slower. Let this be the version of us that survives forever. Not the tears, not the distance, not the morning after the lights came on, just this dance and your heartbeat against mine. The song ends quietly, chairs scrape against the floor, and somewhere beyond the empty ballroom, the sky is beginning to turn blue. The jukebox only works halfway now. Some buttons stick when you press them down, but every lonely soul in this bar still feeds at quarters after midnight. I came in just before closing time, rain dripping from my coat sleeves. The bartender gave me the usual nod, like sadness had become part of the furniture here. There was a woman dancing by your she had been before heartbreak. And somewhere between the low bass and cigarette smoke, your name returned to me again, soft as dust floating through projector light, impossible to hold on to. Some memories don't arrive loudly, they enter slowly through music, through familiar melodies that still know where the broken parts are hidden. And the last song on the jukebox tonight sounded like us in another lifetime. Slow drums, fading chords, two hearts trying not to disappear. I sat there staring into whiskey reflections while the whole room blurred into blue, thinking maybe love never truly leaves. It just becomes quieter with time. An old couple sat near the back wall, sharing fries without speaking much, the kind of silence built over decades where tenderness no longer needs translation. I envied them for a moment, not because they looked happy, but because they had survived enough years together to grow gentle around each other's pain. Outside, taxis drifted through wet streets, the city breathing underneath the storm. And for the first time in a long while, missing you didn't feel like drowning. If I could live inside one sound forever, it might be this jukebox humming softly at 2 in the morning, while strangers carry invisible heartbreak around me. Because there's comfort in realizing the world is full of people quietly trying to heal without knowing how. The last song on the jukebox finally ended, static trembling through the speakers, and nobody in the bar moved right away, as if we all needed one extra moment before returning to our separate lonelinesses. Back into rain, back into memory, back into the unfinished ache of being human. Near dawn, the bartender switched off the neon signs, chairs lifted slowly onto tables, and somewhere inside the fading silence, your memory became lighter in my hands. There's an old cigarette machine still glowing in the corner of the bar, like something forgotten by time, too stubborn to disappear. The bartender wiped the counter slowly while a tired saxophone filled the room. Outside, rain painted silver lines across the empty avenue. I came here because the apartment felt too quiet, because memory gets louder after midnight, because some nights loneliness needs witnesses, even if they're strangers. At the end places like this, too sad, too late, too full of people hiding from themselves. But secretly I think you understood them. There's comfort in broken atmospheres, in rooms where no one asked questions, where silence can sit beside you quietly without needing to be fixed. If you walk through that door tonight, I don't think I know who to blame anymore. Time softens anger strangely, until only tenderness survives. And maybe that's the cruel beauty of love. It leaves long before memory does. So the heart keeps reaching for someone already gone. The cigarette machine kept glowing softly long after the music slowed down, and the city outside turned blue with approaching dawn. I sat there finishing cold coffee, listening to glass clink in the distance, thinking maybe healing isn't moving on. Maybe it's simply learning how to miss someone without disappearing yourself. Near morning, the bartender switched off the neon sign. Chairs lifted slowly onto tables, and I stepped back into the rain, still carrying your name, but lighter now, somehow. Television glows without a sound. Blue light moving through the house. I sit with both hands around a cup gone cold, trying not to think about you. There's a photograph inside a book I haven't opened since you left. You're laughing somewhere near the ocean, with your hair caught in the wind. Back then we thought love was simple, something young hearts always knew. Now I understand how quietly people can lose something true. The grocery store on 8th and Lincoln still plays the songs we used to love. And sometimes strangers wear your cologne just enough to stop my breath. I wonder if you still drive slowly when it rains after midnight, or if somebody else now watches the sadness leave your eyes. People say time softens memory, but some things sharpen with age, like the exact way you whispered my name the night before you walked away. And I still haven't learned how to tell the truth about us without sounding like I'm begging you to return. We were beautiful once, like a movie nobody finished, still glowing somewhere inside me long after the ending changed. And maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it just becomes quieter until it sounds like a woman alone, speaking softly to the rain. Morning presses gently through the curtains. The coffee's cold beside my hands, and somewhere in another life I think we made it. The apartment smells like smoke and winter, even though I quit last spring. There are still traces of old evenings hiding in everything. Your coat is gone from the hallway, but the shape of it remains, like the body remembers warmth long after the fire changes. I poured 2 glasses out of habit, then laughed at myself again. Funny how loneliness survives in the smallest human things. No one warns you that heartbreak becomes domestic. It folds laundry beside you, sleeps quietly in your bed. There are ashes in the ashtray tonight, like little pieces of life we burn through. Not violently, not suddenly, just slowly enough to hurt. And every room still carries a like the walls themselves haven't accepted that you left. The woman upstairs keeps practicing cello late into the evening dark, and the low sad notes drifting downwards sound exactly like memory. I tried dating someone last September. She wore expensive perfume, but all I could think about was how differently you used to say my name. Maybe love doesn't disappear. Maybe it settles into objects, into chairs, into shadows, into the silence after midnight. And maybe moving forward means learning to stop touching the wound, just to prove it's still there. There are ashes in the ashtray tonight, and moonlight on the kitchen floor. I stand barefoot in the quiet, listening to the refrigerator hum. And for the first time in a long while, I don't ask for you to come back. I just miss the sound of being known completely. A siren fades somewhere downtown. The building settles into sleep, and the last cigarette burns itself out without anyone watching. The city always looks softer around 4 in the morning, like even loneliness gets tired and finally lowers its voice. I was sitting at the kitchen counter in yesterday's sweater and fading light, watching steam rise from untouched coffee like ghosts disappearing into the dark. Outside a newspaper truck rolled slowly past, breaking the silence for a second, and everything became still again. The kind of stillness that makes memory louder. There are moments just before morning when the heart becomes too honest, too exhausted to keep pretending. It no longer aches for what it lost. And the blue hour before morning tonight felt like standing inside a memory, halfway between healing and heartbreak, halfway between letting go and staying. I looked around the empty apartment and suddenly understood. Some people leave your life quietly, but never leave your inner world. Your toothbrush has been gone for months now, but I beautiful way. If I could speak to you one last time, I wouldn't ask for another chance. I just thank you for teaching me that tenderness existed. Because before you, I thought love had to be dramatic to be real. I didn't know it could sound like two people breathing quietly in the same room. And the blue hour before morning kept fading slowly into pale gold light. The way grief eventually changes without asking permission. Not disappearing, not ending, just becoming softer around the edges, until you can finally carry it gently. The sun began touching the rooftops. Cars move through the waking streets, and somewhere between night and morning, I forgave both of us a little more. I walk past our old neighborhood tonight. The bakery still closes too early, and the laundromat windows still glow blue against the tired evening rain. There was a couple arguing softly outside the corner grocery store, and somehow it reminded me how love can survive even inside exhaustion. You always wanted a small apartment there, with plants hanging near the kitchen sink and records stacked beside the sofa, like ordinary life was enough. Back then I thought forever would arrive naturally, the way seasons do, without effort, without fear. But no one teaches you how quickly tenderness can disappear when two people become too tired to say what they really mean. In the street where we almost stayed still aches inside my chest tonight, like a future that briefly existed before life turned away from it. I stood beneath the traffic lights, watching strangers hurry home, thinking how close we once came to growing old together. Your favorite bookstore became a cafe, the movie theaters closing next spring. Even the city started forgetting the places where we loved each other. Meanwhile, I still remember everything, the exact sound of your keys at the door, the way you'd fall asleep on my shoulder halfway through late night television. It's strange how memory preserves small things long after the important ones collapse. I could speak to the version of us walking hand in hand down that street, I wouldn't warn us about heartbreak. I'd only say, look carefully, this is your life. This ordinary, beautiful moment will one day become sacred. And the street where we almost stayed still glows somewhere behind my eyes. Wet pavement, storefront lights, your reflection moving beside me. But tonight, the memory feels different, less like grief, more like gratitude for having loved someone deeply enough to miss them this long. The rain finally stopped near midnight, cars hissed softly through the dark, and I kept walking slowly home with your name quiet inside me. There's a pale light in the hallway, and the house is breathing slow. I found your letter in the drawer tonight from a summer long ago. I bought a dress for Sunday evening, soft white silk against my skin. You said we'd dance until the morning, but you never walked back in. Now the record player spins in circles, like the years I can't undo. And every quiet part of this room still somehow leans toward you. Some loves don't burn like fire, they stay like shadows on the wall, silent as a sleeping city, but they never leave at all. I still keep the dress I never wore, hanging like a memory behind the door. Every thread still holds your name, even now nothing feels the same. And sometimes when the night is still, I swear I hear your footsteps near, like love never really disappeared. It just learned to live without us here. The neighbors moved away last winter, the cafe closed 2 streets from mine, but I still walk that old direction like I'm chasing borrowed time. There's a crack inside the mirror where your reflection used to stay, and I still turn the lights on softly, the same careful way. If you saw me now, would you recognize these eyes, or the woman who kept waiting long after goodbye? Maybe we were never broken, maybe life just pulled too hard, and 2 gentle hearts got separated by the weight of who we are. I still keep the dress I never wore, like a promise folded into something torn. Every night I was exactly like before, and somewhere in the silence I still love you more. Morning slowly fills the windows, dust is floating through the gold, and the dress still waits beside me, growing older with my soul. Train passed by at 2:17, shaking the glasses in the cabinet. I woke up reaching for someone who hasn't slept beside me in years. The sheets were cold on your side again. Moonlight stretched across the floor. I lay there listening to the city breathe, like an animal outside the door. There's a tiredness that comes with missing someone. Not dramatic, not loud, just a slow wake living quietly inside ordinary hours. I used to think healing meant finally not thinking of you, but maybe it's this instead, remembering without falling apart. And the train at 2:17 tonight sounded exactly like goodbye. Long, distant, still echoing after it disappeared. I closed my eyes and for a moment I was 29 again, waiting at the station, watching you leave through winter fog. I passed the record store last weekend, the one where we spent entire afternoons arguing over singers neither of us really understood, just because we liked hearing each other talk. The owner painted the windows black now. There's a pharmacy inside instead. Funny how cities survive heartbreak by replacing everything. If I saw you today, I think I'd notice your hands first, the small familiar movements time probably couldn't erase. And I'd wanna ask, did we waste our love? Or is loving someone deeply never really a waste at all? The train at 2:17 keeps running somewhere beyond this sleeping town, carrying strangers toward each other, The apartment settles back into stillness, and somewhere between memory and dawn, I finally fall asleep. The taxi smelled like rain and old leather. Street lights slid across the window slowly, and the driver looked at me through the mirror like he already understood the night. I gave him your old address by accident, before correcting myself too late. He nodded without saying anything and kept driving through the empty avenues. Somewhere downtown a siren echoed, blue lights spilling over wet concrete. The city looked exhausted at that hour, like every lonely thing had finally surfaced. I rested my head against the glass, watching strangers disappear behind fogged windows, wondering how many people tonight were also trying not to remember someone. There are nights the world feels unbearably human. Too many quiet heartbreaks, passing each other beneath neon signs, without ever speaking aloud. And the taxi driver knew my name tonight, not because we'd met before, but because sadness starts looking familiar after enough years alone. He drove slowly through the sleeping city while old soul music played low, and somewhere between the static and headlights, I almost felt less broken. We stopped at a red light near the river, where you once kissed me in winter. You said the water looked endless at night, like love before reality touches it. I laughed back then too easily, certain nothing could leave us. It's strange how confidence disappears without making a sound. The driver asked if I was okay, in that careful way older people do, like he already knew. The honest answer would take all night. Maybe grief creates a language only certain people learn to hear, in long silences and tired eyes, and the way someone pauses before going home. And maybe surviving heartbreak means recognizing pieces of yourself inside complete strangers. The taxi driver knew my name tonight, even though I never said it, because loneliness leaves fingerprints on the way a person moves through darkness. When we finally reached my building, rain had started fading into mist, and for the first time in months, home didn't feel entirely empty. The taxi disappeared beyond the corner, jazz fading softly with it, and I stood beneath the quiet street lamp, listening to the city breathe again. There's a softness in the air, like your love is still around. Not enough to break my heart, just enough to calm it down. In the hush between my thoughts, in the slow and silver blue, something stays so close to me, and it still feels close to you. I don't need the night to speak, I can hear it in the glow. Some loves never really leave, they just learn to move in slow. Close to me in the quiet, like a dream that never ends, like a touch I still remember, falling through me once again. Close to me in the quiet, soft enough to feel like home. Even when the dark gets deeper, I don't feel alone. I don't reach for what is gone, I don't ask for it to stay. But the beauty of your love still finds me in its way, like a whisper without words, like a song without a name. It comes over me so gently, and nothing feels the same. I don't need the night to speak, I can hear it in the glow. Some loves never really leave, they just learn to move in slow. Close to me in the quiet, like a dream that never ends, like a touch I still remember, falling through me once again. Close to me in the quiet, soft enough to feel like home. Even when the dark gets deeper, I don't feel alone. Maybe this is what remains when the ache has turned to grace. Not the fear of losing someone, but the warmth they leave in place. And maybe love can still be near without asking to be shown, just a tender kind of presence that the heart has always known. Close to me in the quiet, like a light that lingers on, like the sweetest kind of memory after almost everything is gone. Close to me in the quiet, soft enough to pull me through. Even when the morning finds me, I still wake with you. There's a softness in the air that I never knew before, and in every quiet part of me, I feel you even more. The record store near the river still opens late on Sundays, just floating through golden light, like time never fully moves there. I stepped inside to escape the rain. The bell above the door rang softly. An old man behind the counter nodded without looking up from his newspaper. Rows of vinyl lined the walls, love songs from forgotten decades. Somewhere between the crackling speakers, your memory sat down beside me again. You always touched album covers carefully, like they carried fragile histories, turning each sleeve over slowly, reading lyrics like prayers. Some places don't belong to the present, they survive quietly outside of time, waiting for lonely people to bring their ghosts back through the door. And the record store near the river tonight felt warmer than my own heart does. Soft static, dim light, old melodies refusing to disappear. I stood there listening to our favorite singer while rain trembled against the windows, thinking maybe love never really leaves, it just changes the rooms where it lives. A teenage boy asked for something romantic. The owner smiled without answering, then handed him a worn-out vinyl, like heartbreak was part of growing older. I almost laughed at that moment, and how everyone eventually joins this quiet, invisible club of people carrying unfinished love. Outside, headlights slid across the water, silver moving through black waves, and the whole city looks suspended between memory and morning. If I could meet you one last time, I wouldn't try to repair anything. Some songs sound beautiful because they end before the feeling fades. I'd only sit beside you silently one more rainy evening, listening to records spin slowly while the world disappeared outside. The record store near the river emptied slowly, one customer at a time, until only the music remained and the soft hum of fluorescent lights. And somewhere between the final chorus and silence, I finally understood something gentle. Maybe healing begins the moment memory stops fighting reality. When I stepped back into the cold night air, the rain had almost disappeared, and behind me the music kept playing for someone else learning how to let go. The old movie theater on Carson Street still glows red after midnight, even though half the seats are broken now and hardly anybody comes anymore. kid I didn't really want, just to sit somewhere warm and dark. The girl behind the counter looked half asleep, blue light flickering across her face. Inside, dust moved through the projector beam like tiny ghosts trapped in the air. And suddenly I remembered your laughter echoing beside me years ago. You always cried at sad endings, even before the music faded out, while I pretended not to notice, just to keep you talking longer. Funny how memory edits people, softening sharp edges with time, until heartbreak starts looking beautiful from far enough away. And the movie theater on Carson Street tonight felt exactly like missing you. Old velvet seats, faded colors, still holding warmth from another life. I sat alone beneath the screen glow, listening to strangers breathe in the dark, thinking maybe loneliness is just love with nowhere left to go. A couple near the back row held hands like the world outside couldn't touch them, and for a moment I envied how young their future still looked. Meanwhile, I kept watching reflections dance across the empty aisles, realizing grief doesn't always disappear. Sometimes it simply learns better manners. Outside, rain gathered beneath the marquee lights, turning the sidewalk silver blue. The city looked like an old photograph, slowly folding into itself. If I could step inside one memory forever, it wouldn't be our first kiss, or the night you left. It would be something smaller, you leaning your head against my shoulder, halfway through a terrible movie, completely trusting me with your silence. The movie theater on Carson Street emptied slowly, credits rolling across the screen, while people disappeared back into their separate lives. And somewhere between the final song and silence, I finally stopped asking the past to become the future again. Because maybe love's real purpose was never permanence. Maybe it was simply teaching us how deeply a heart can feel. Near dawn, the neon sign switched off, the street fell quiet beneath the rain, and I walked home carrying your memory like an old film, too beautiful to throw away. A slow song came on in the supermarket tonight, some old love ballad from the 80s. And suddenly I couldn't remember why I went there in the first place. You used to pull me into the kitchen whenever music filled the room, dancing badly in wool socks, laughing before the chorus even started. I always thought there would be more time, more winters, more ordinary evenings. I didn't know happiness could end so quietly. No one notices the last time something happens. The final kiss, the final drive home, the final song two people almost dance to. And the song we never danced to tonight still follows me through every aisle, like unfinished love has a rhythm that refuses to disappear. I stood there holding bread and flowers, trying not to fall apart, while strangers moved around me, completely untouched by our ghost. The cashier asked if I needed a bag, and her voice sounded painfully young. I wanted to tell her to hold on to every small, beautiful thing while it lasts. Outside, rain blurred the parking lot lights into watercolor streaks of blue, and for a second the whole world looked exactly like the night I lost you. Sometimes I think memory is less about the past and more about longing, about the impossible desire to stand inside one moment forever. You're turning toward me in soft yellow light, music spilling from the radio, neither of us knowing how close we already were to goodbye. The song we never danced to keeps playing somewhere deep inside my chest. Soft, distant, still unfinished after all these years. And maybe love survives this way, not as fireworks or promises, but as quiet tenderness hidden inside ordinary moments. I drove home slowly through the rain, the flowers beside me on the seat. And when the red light turned green, I almost looked for your hand again. The grocery store was almost empty. Fluorescent lights humming overhead. A tired cashier counted coins slowly, like the whole night had given up speaking. I wandered through familiar aisles, shelves, holding things I didn't need. A carton of milk, a bottle of wine, flowers already beginning to fade. There was a song playing quietly somewhere, an old love song from years ago. And suddenly your voice returned to me, clearer than the moment you left. You used to dance beside the refrigerator light, late at night in oversized sweaters, turning ordinary loneliness into something warm enough to survive inside. No one tells you memory arrives like this, not dramatically, not all at once, just in tiny unexpected places. When your guard is finally down, and the grocery store before closing tonight felt strangely sacred somehow, like grief and tenderness were standing together under flickering white lights. I watched strangers push their carts in silence, carrying invisible things home, and realized everyone is lonely in ways they never explain aloud. A little girl fell asleep in her mother's arms near the frozen food section, and something about the softness of that moment almost broke me completely. Outside, rain blurred the parking lot into watercolor reflections of blue and gold, and for one impossible second I thought I saw you waiting by my car. But it was only another tired stranger pulling their coat against the cold. Funny how the heart keeps searching even after it knows better. If I could speak to you now, I wouldn't ask why we failed. Some loves collapse quietly under the weight of ordinary life. I'd only ask, did you feel it too? That brief, beautiful period when the world felt softer because we existed together. The grocery store before closing emptied slowly, one lonely person at a time, while the old love song kept playing, like memory refusing to clock out. And somewhere between the flowers and fluorescent lights, I finally understood something gentle. Healing isn't forgetting someone, it's learning to remember them without losing yourself completely. Near midnight the cashier locked the doors, the lights dimmed one row at a time, and I walked back into the quiet rain, carrying less sadness than before. Neon rain tonight, falling through the city lights. Radio plays soft and low, and I still can't let you go. High heels echo down the street, lonely rhythm, broken beat, midnight wind against my face, still searching for your embrace. Every cafe closing down, empty shadows all around, your reflection in the glass. but your ghost still fills my nights. Every little light I see still brings you back to me. Neon rain tonight, washing over all my lonely nights. Every dream I try to lose still leads me back to you. Soft blue city glow like a love I still don't know. Even when the stars fade away, I still hear your name. Taxi lights and smoky bars, old love songs beneath the stars, people dancing, moving on, while my heart still holds you close. I still wear your favorite scent, like the nights we almost met. Somewhere in this endless blue, I still belong to you. Just one look beneath the rain could bring us back again. Neon rain tonight, falling softly through my mind. Every road and every sign still reminds me you are mine. Even when the dawn appears, you still live inside my tears. Every lonely midnight blue still belongs to you. Neon fading with the dawn, but I'm still whole.